Hey, what's going on, Portal Masters? Robert Welkney here from CoinOpTV, and welcome to Skylanders Saturday. In this episode, I want to talk about some vintage, some classic Skylanders. I've got a box here full of some loose Skylanders that I want to talk about. We'll talk about 3 in this video, and then come back next week. We'll talk about 3 more also. And most of all, I want to see your input, your comments, your memories of some of these classic Skylanders figures. So let me dig into things. Let's start small with Thumpling. Anybody remember Thumpling? How cute. A mini version of Thumpback, one of the Skylanders giants. Well, if you didn't know, before the Skylanders sidekicks were out, they were actually minis, and Thumpling was one of the minis, and when you put him into the game, so he's got the Skylanders Giants base there. They just kind of like tagged around and followed you in the game, and they were kind of cute and cuddly. And then later on, they got sort of upgraded as their own characters with abilities, and they got to, do a bunch of things. He had his axe or his hammer, something like that, and kind of swing around. And he had lots of bubbles and stuff like that. But he's just kind of a cute, fun figure overall. And of course, if you haven't seen Thumpback or you never had Thumpback in your collection, that's one of the most beautiful, most amazing looking Skylanders Giants figures out there. I mean, the back of Thumpback's head there is just great. For a whale to come to life in a video game that you can play is pretty cool. But I wanted to kind of showcase Thumpling. I like how he's got the water coming up on the sides here. They really did a lot with such a small figure, as you can see right there, and it's fun to bring him to life in the game. So let me put him to the side. All right, let's move up a little bit. Of course, Flameslinger, right? We get him balanced on there. An elf, archer, fire element, classic OG there, fire element. We get the green base. A lot of you guys have been leaving comments on my first couple of videos talking about the bases and base colors and some more information. It's great. It's great to see the community, the Skylanders community, the Portal Masters kind of jumping into the comments, talking about the different characters and stuff like that. But great figure, Flameslinger. I was just kind of poking around in some of his wiki before I was jumping on this video. And, to me, I feel like all my life I thought he was blind. And then I was kind of reading about him and was saying, no, he only wears the blindfold to show like how badass he is, that he can shoot things with his arrows and not actually be able to see things. So I thought that was kind of funny. Maybe I knew that, 10 years ago, whatever, when I first started playing with him. But it was kind of interesting to revisit that. And cool figure. It's got the little arrows back there, the little ponytail. Of course, we've got different versions of Flameslinger over the years. I remember there was kind of a variant, I think it was like a Valentine's Day Flameslinger in maybe one of the mobile games or something like that. You'll have to remind me which one that was. But the cool thing I remember with him is if you had levels that were sort of timed or you wanted to be quick, Johnny on the spot, you use his flaming magic boots, I forgot what they were called, to sort of be able to run a little faster, and that was good for time trials and things like that, if you were going for timed events in the original Skylanders games and the later games there. And just being able to have a range and distance and be able to fire far away at Skylanders, or not Skylanders, or enemies, chaos and all the minions that were out there. That was great to have a ranged weapon as well. So really great looking figure, and overall was tons of fun to play with. All right, let's get to a swapper. How about Free Ranger here? We're going a little bigger. Start small, get a little bigger, and now we're even larger here. An air element from Skylanders Swap Force. Probably my second favorite Skylanders game out there. I think overall Imaginators is my favorite. I think they really ended with a bang. And it's interesting to see a lot of the comments you guys have been saying, like that some of you haven't even played Imaginators. I don't know what you're waiting for. It's been out for a few years, so pick it up, check it out. Really cool looking figure here, great design. I like the way he seems to be just floating and hovering up. A little chicken with a ponytail, clear, kind of a translucent, clearish ponytail there, and the clouds kind of translucent. And if you didn't notice about the swappers, they do come apart, so you can combine different swappers parts. Now, the thing I remember about Free Ranger is his bottom part, his base part, was pretty OP. I seem to remember when you leveled up the base, You could just really clear out like a lot of enemies in a small area, just this spinning around like a tornado thing or something like that. I forgot what it was actually called, but I thought that was pretty OP. And the blades things, I seem to remember, using those and ricocheting them around, but ultimately I remember using the base more to clear things out. So there it is, just a look at Free Ranger, awesome looking air element, cool figure, Flameslinger, fire element, and then of course Thumpling, one of the minis that was upgraded into a sidekick. So there it is, just another fun, interesting tidbit back into some Skylanders history, some of my memories. And again, I make these videos because I want to see what some of your memories are of some of these classic Skylanders. And if you have suggestions maybe for some other figures for me to check out and revisit, I've still got a few more here, so come back again for Skylanders Saturday next week and see which figures I talk about then. For CoinOpTV, we'll see you next time.